Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Today we are going to uncover another archaeological site. Look at that! Bet Guvrin-Maresha. Look at those guys. They seem to love the place. They're making little reunion inside. Some tombs seems of a clay, a chalk, so easy to carve, and others seem not so easy to carve. So let's go see how they made those bells and also how they made those structure to receive doves or pigeons to feed them, everything to store them in the bells like this. So 5 kilometers, and this archaeological site in Israel is in my saved place. 2000 Google advice, exceptional site. I think grottos by human hand. For sure, it's by human hand or ancient civilization, but with what tools? So let's go into my files to find out a bit more about this place. Welcome back to the show. HugoSomeguy to speak to you today. So, here I'm in a bus. Let's go. Are you ready to discover? Interesting structure. So, what could be here? Some more ancient civilization that we find in the Middle East, with some others later civilization. We're going to Bet-Shemesh, Kiryat Gat, Bet Guvrin. Let's go. Some megaliths, and on top some Roman structure. Interesting. So this is inside of a chalk Sidonian. They say Sidonian. Maybe you get closer to the Phoenicians and stuff like that, and you get those. So chalk. So this is pretty easy to carve. That could have been done with some ancient, not ancient, but some tooling, like they say, like like ting 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 ting, with some hammer and piece of metal to carve the chalk is very possible. You can do that very easily. So this is one of a cave that used for tomb. And in another one you have some details, so you can actually read. If you read other ancient language like Greek, or I don't know this one, but they say the Sidonian cave, Sidonian, Sidonian people. This had to be remade. The Israeli painting on that. I don't know how they knew how it was before, but let's get interest into this hunting. So they were hunting with dogs at the time and horses. So same time as the Phoenicians, the Sidonians, very advanced people. Matter of fact, the Phoenicians helped the Nabateans to carve the part of the treasury in Petra, but they didn't make all Petra. That's if you watch my other videos. So they are hunting down these beasts, and yeah, we are. What do we want here? We want to discover what's interesting, you know. So what is interesting here is that there is perhaps here a pineal gland, the old definition of a pineal gland, the third eye. Perhaps this is a phoenix with some chalice of fire and a jar. So this is inside of a chalk tomb. Me inside of it in my bag, in my exploring kit, as I do the exploration for you guys, as always. So this is a painting of course it's new. They say it's like they made it like in the old ways, which I believe maybe it's right. But this is painted recently, you understand, by the Israelis. But interesting nevertheless. So elephant, nothing crazy here. A sort of rhino, but perhaps an extinct species because it's not really a rhino. Antelope. Oh, very interesting specimen because we can tell that it's not like something that we know these days. Doesn't speak to me that much. Those stuff. Maybe an extinct species, you know, like a mythological species. I think if they painted it, all of this with elephants and everything is not that mythological. It might be a real species. So I was with a group saying to have fun, making funny noises. So this one is an interesting one, maybe a tapir or I don't know, or extinct species. This is a cousin of the rhino, maybe extinct as well. This is a cerbère with 3 heads. I don't know if they draw it before back in the days. Maybe the earth was filled with species like this, and we have just lost contact with what was a bit supernatural, and maybe it got erased by the Romans and every following civilization. But perhaps in those days, like maybe 2,000, 3,000 years old, maybe it's still they had some mythological real creature like this cerbère with these 3 heads. Interesting one. Nothing crazy here, just a cock. This is my bag, yeah, and the room. So this is the sceneries. Oh, this one is interesting character, you see, with a man face. So watch the toolmarks. So I believe this was made by tools like they say they are. This is chalk, you can see it's very easy to carve. Nothing ancient technology here, but what interested me was the drawings, you know. So this is being eaten by a snake, the bull, and this is the old Sidonians. Okay, if you go inside, you have your arse is white because it's chalk. Perhaps a mythological creature, instinct. Okay, zebra. Oh, we don't know this one. A lot of species that doesn't exist anymore. This is a crocodile, sort of fish. Not sure. Parasites, perhaps. So this is one of the phoenix, and this is a griffin, my friends. My friend who loved the subject Tartary. This is the symbol of Tartary in Phoenicia. The griffin, did it existed? I think, in my humble opinion, he existed like other creature. So this is a griffin with his wings, and a very interesting specimen right there. Very interesting. A pig, wild boar. Whoa! So I'm really happy to see this griffin. Hey. Some chalice with some fire, looks like. So the entrance of the chalk cave with some birds.
So strange.
Interesting one, isn't it?
So
With a man face? Strange.
strange.
Strange. Strange animals, strange figures. The griffin? Very interesting. So we are now ready to leave the place. Some Cerber with me behind. Very nice effects, I reckon. Wow, this is some magic. Next level photo. Yeah, I take good pictures. The entrance, I can see you. The entrance of another cave. Oh, interesting. I couldn't go inside, but you can still see that the technology used here is different because the chalk actually is not there. This is not chalk anymore. We are now on some rock solid cave with some ancient technology, perhaps. Okay, you used to find them all around. Toolmarks very precise, but if it's chalk, It's man-made with. Nevertheless, it's a good work. Interesting. If it was hard back in the days, this is the old toolmarks you get. Actually interesting ones. I was accessing quite of a forbidden place for me. They said you just recently discovered this place, so I was kind of happy. Okay, so this was made with ancient tools, yeah, you can see. For now, nothing crazy, just a lot of hard work. In my past video, I was specialized into the ancient technology. Here, in those first cave, there is not so much. Perhaps here, because maybe it's not chalk but harder rock. Or maybe it's just a photo. But nevertheless, you have an idea. So this is how they used to work. So for doves, for birds, interesting work, huh? It's huge work. It's possible that the stone was harder before than now, I don't know. Or it just chalk and easy to carve. One understands the use of it. Clever boy. If they use like ancient technology, you can see how easily they carved it out. This is around the remnants of a church of the Romans. Not a church, but a temple or something, or a church, I don't know. I don't remember quite well. What is underneath is interesting. So there, it seems like easy to carve, but I believe there is also other rock, so that could also involve ancient technology.
This is amazing. The hair flows all the way to fucking here. Oil prints and tongues.
Very hot day, so I stopped by there, drinking tap water. Didn't have much choice. Definitely too windy. Beautiful sky, beautiful trees, beautiful some nice this place was actually amazing. So I stopped by taking a couple picture. My glory days. That's right. The weathering, interesting weathering. Some closed gates. You don't want to get there. So now they say that the Bell Cave are quarries for limestone used in construction during the Byzantine and early Islamic periods. Their unique shape resulted from the method of quarrying. First, a round shaft was cut through the hard surface rock, known as nari, to the soft chalk layers beneath it. Then the shaft was enlarged by quarrying on the diagonal, resulting in a bell shape. The stones were cut from the rock in rows approximately 30 centimeters high. Signs of the quarrying can be seen clearly in all the cave. Okay, they say there are some toolmarks. 80 bell within the national park. I personally believe it could be older and with sophisticated tools. This is one of the bells. Beautiful sight. Nevertheless, I speculate that it is megalith's ancient technology, but perhaps even if it's not the case, it's a beautiful, beautiful sight. So they said it was on top and they emptied the place like this. That's a theory. maybe could not explain all because it's actually huge, you know. Actually, now we are getting to the interesting part. Okay, so they explain how they made it. Diagonal chisels mark. Well, it could be more complicated.
There is toolmarks. Impressive.
So let's be clear. I speculate that it is in fact ancient technology, but could also be just great work. So this is the bat that you heard the sound. Actually impressive. You can smell the smell of a bat because it smells like honey. So there, all the tool marks. You agree with me that's a huge work, isn't it? If it's really the story, like if it's really that, but maybe it's with ancient sophisticated high technology and was by people older, you know. This is me always doing this. I believe.
Om. 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 Om.
We can hear the magnificent echo
Om.
and hear the tool marks. I believe it's more ancient than they want to tell us. And actually a little bit more sophisticated, and maybe the use of the rooms were for another use. So as I contemplate this stuff, those tool marks, I don't know if it's only chalk or if it's not that much more harder at some points. It would be interesting to dig that up. Circular tool marks. Oh, the colors, man, the colors are just amazing. So there you can interest yourself in the tool marks like this, like when you brush your hair like this. So here is the same like this. Zoom, zoom, with ease. Is it really like they want to tell us, or if it was the work by a more ancient civilization than the Byzantine? I don't know. I'm only asking. I'm not the only one who speculates about that. Even if it's chalk, or it has some chalk in it, this is just some amazing work. Chalk is called care. Easy to carve, but this is amazing. So this is the cross of the Byzantine, and like their work, but I believe it's more ancient, and they just found the place and used it. It is just what I think. Maybe the story is correct. But more than chisels, tool marks, this is seem like ancient technology. This is chisels, tool marks. This is different tool marks here, this here, than there. This really is chisels like this. Tum, tum, tum. So it's a confusing sight. Maybe the work of other different civilization. But the first cuts, at the beginning of the bells, are probably ancient, more ancient. Let's keep going. Beautiful sceneries. Looks a bit melted, like if it was all destroyed by ancient cataclysmic events. So there you can see the first tool marks of the more ancient people, not the Byzantine, but this is ancient tool marks, not like I said, like chisels, like ting 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 ting, but more like with this ancient technique, like we find in other archeological sites like Petra, all the megaliths, like this, just right there, my friends. So it makes me believe once again the site is not what they want us to know. So stone cutting hammer and chisels. Yes, okay. No, I think this is not stone cutting hammer, but another technique. But it's also possible. We are only here to speculate. As I've been to the place, I wanted to ask the question. Okay, so as is often the situation with appropriation and establishment of made everything from scratch, but sometimes it's very much layers of civilization. It's very much often a layer cake. Oh, so there they say don't know entrance. You know what I did, right? And I'm still with you today. So let's go to the no-go zone. Take some risks. Like it's really endangered in collapsing. I was not so reassured to go there, trust me. So ancient toolmarks, interesting ones. Probably the work of the Byzantine for sure, but also by other civilizations. It's hard to say. It looks similar to the video I made in the Arab village close to Haifa when they say it's Byzantine cave. I think it's more ancient and it was used by the Byzantine. Well, this is a huge difference. The first cuts were, in fact, by ancient civilization, and they maybe cut out some more cave, the Byzantine, and you can see the different tool marks used. But anyway, it was worth to go inside a no-go zone because all of those are absolutely amazing pictures of a very amazing site. The colors you see is just beautiful. Exploring. So there you can see the tool marks are speculated to be more ancient civilization than the Byzantine. Did the Byzantine really carve huge bells like this in manner to do a quarry? I believe it's by more ancient civilizations, probably some work of giants or races with sophisticated ancient high technology. So those are very interesting, those tool marks, because the stone is humid and you can still see the fine tool marks. Okay, so they say Christians and did it, and the Arabs. I think the Arabs, the Christians, they all just found the place. Sometimes even carved into the rock as well. Like even if they found the place, they could add some work, and it is mistaken to be only the work of the Byzantine, when in fact the first originators, the first dwellers, were others. So there you can see other tool marks. Interesting one, isn't it? I was forbidden to go there, so I took pictures. So I think the layers there, the work to carve that out is very much more ancient than the Byzantine or the Arabs. And you can see the circular tool marks like this is very, very precise in diagonal, like they say, but appropriation, a bit of nature, very nice site. If it collapses, I'll be happy Could be one of the guys who went there. So there you can really see the circular toolmarks. Fantastic work. There is two theories, or it's more ancient or it's a huge work by the Byzantine. Ancient toolmarks. When they say they carved it out all from there with some ropes and just like this. Very much unlikely, but okay, why not? Beautiful tool marks, humidity mix. Other tool marks, circular ones, like the brush of your hair. I am now leaving. A hand. So they're just trying to maintain this across. Tool marks, perhaps by the Byzantine. Those are tool marks by the Byzantine Church, maybe. Okay, so I don't know if this was cement by the Israeli or I think it may be cement from the Israeli to access one of the caves. Maybe this is very new. If it's not new, well, this is megaliths and ancient high technology, but perhaps it's just cement. But this is hard rock, so the technology to carve those stairs are very much ancient. Even if this is not new. Yeah, it's just cement. But when you access inside of it, you can now see this. And this is not the work of the Byzantine. I think it's all earlier. Resonance. Tool marks. Others. The pigeons. Doves. Spiders. So I tried the sound resonance. Beautiful colors of the walls and the weathering and the pigeons. Purple, green. I love pigeons. So these ancient blocks and those stuff made for pigeons with some ancient tool marks. Very, very nicely done. As this was repaired. Hellenistic period. Yeah, well, it might be older. That's the theory I present to you today. You see the way they cut blocks like this? This is not chalk, it's hard rock. And I think the first cuts were not by the Byzantine, even if it's some chalk. To carve that all the bells and that, the theory of is older is still there, my friends. Hard rock, look at this. This is not soft. It's hard rock. That's what makes me to believe once again it's not what they want to us to know. Some nicely in one door. And this is the biggest cave. Okay, probably worked by the Byzantine here because it's not that regular. It's not like this. Yeah, I think it's this work of other civilization, many. Oh, this is the spider. Yeah, but this one is amazing, right? Actually amazing. He's like, what you doing in my place? I'm saying, I'm exploring. See the spiders. Some huge place with some hard rock. The first civilization who have done it is not what they say it is. Appropriation.
Amazing.
Look at how it's precise. Great precision to carve it out.
Let's pew, pew, pew.
Have you seen that? They say it was excavated. If it was under the sand or whatever, it might be proof of it's more ancient. I'm just speculating here. But this is very interesting site, to be honest. Very interesting. huge. Old tool marks of a hammer. Might be a mix of soft stone and hard stone. So how did they carve the hard stone? I think the first cuts were by previous civilization, and after the Byzantine could like carved in whatever they could, when sometimes they couldn't.
The T.
Yeah, the T structures were interesting.
It's quite remarkable.
And this tunnel. A little beer to finish the day. Come with me. Alhamdulillah. The beer effect. Jesus, sorry for that. I guess my video now is not for kids anymore. YouTube. But I was very happy, it was my recompense, my little gift, whatever. I love to go to archeological places. That's my kind of thing. That's what I do. That's what I do, my friends. So I believe we are almost done here. And yeah, oh, precision, is it? Is it not amazing? Such precision to do a place for the pigeons. Some hard rock still, some ancient work on it. In a T structure. The T structure. Yeah, you can see this is made recently to protect it. But those stairs are ancient and in hard rock, mix of soft and hard rock, so the first tools maybe not that simple.
Alright, so this is the dome. This is place all carved out. You can see here the tool marks. Very interesting. And today, not so soft, huh? Not so soft. Not so soft. Need some power tools maybe to carve all of this. But that's just maybe. That's just me. Alright, so what are we gonna see today? See that little temple? Here used to be the temple. So I am going to go in the room. To test the resonance. First with the rock. You hear that? Big resonance, huh? Can you hear me now? So as you can see, this place reacts to the holes. Like that. The texture is very, very weathery. A lot of weathering. Here I am scaring the pigeon, but that's for science sake. I am going to show you the whole place. Come with me. So let's get closer. You can see the tool marks. All right. So you can really see the whole stairs built like this in a perfect curve. Is this a place just for pigeons? I don't know. Oh, hello you. Couple spiders. There is inscriptions on this temple. I doubt they left this for nothing. So as you can see, there is some inscriptions. Maybe just people, I don't know.
Yeah, looks like it's people.
Here we are. You see all the tool
Yeah, in fact, you can see these tool marks.
marks
Precisions.
and
Weathering.
easily able to apply.
Interesting monod block that was made. Dust, a piece of dust falling, was very dusty. So there you can see the mud floods theory. How deep that was, you know, how deep that was, because you are not gonna make doors like this. It was much more deeper. How deep? That's the question. The levels have made like the floor, but I suppose it was even deeper. Old tool marks, very nasty spider. But yeah, this was amazing, amazing sight to witness for me. Interesting way, huh? Old tool marks on some ancient stone. The floor that has leveled. And this repaired wall by the Israeli. And the ancient tool marks. Precise. The Sidonian cave, once again. Another one, perhaps. Another Sidonian cave.
It's perfectly solid. I don't know why they close it to people. What is interesting is to see this. There is no passage here. I don't want to get fined. I'm gonna exit. So, not so soft, huh? This chalk. Maybe it is, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But
I believe those caves are soft.
it's just huge, man.
Chalk. So easy to carve. Perhaps this is just the history is right there. But this door, you still need some ancient technology to cut this door, and maybe it was the entrance door. So nevertheless, it's interesting to go there. Sidonian cave with Cerber, necropolis. Some bees of the Middle East. Very beautiful picture I got. Trees. My eyes. And there we have Sidonian cave. Ancient Greek. Phoenician. Hellenistic period. You can read by yourself. In 1902. The pineal gland. And speculate it's a pineal gland, like in the middle of your stuff. But yeah. A bit of freedom I gave myself. Mythological creatures. And this is when I leave. I'm in a bus. I finish my day, and I hope you like this video. If you did, leave a like. And the point of this video was really to speculate everything, even if it's soft stone. We are needed to speculate if it's not a layer of civilization, because it is often the case and it is often ignored by the masses. When you go to a place, can be Petra, Jerusalem, Hebron. I did all of those videos to explain to you that the history is sometimes and very often not like they want to tell us. It's almost like they want you to get dumb. Like why only one civilization would have done work on some incredible archeological sites. Petra, Nabateans, no. It's more with the help of people like you just seen in the cave in this video, the Sidonians, the Phoenicians. They help the Nabateans to carve the treasury. In the Petra, there is a lot of temples, not only the treasury. The treasury is the only one that is like looked recent and was made by the Nabateans, but in Petra you have the work of the Edomites and even Horites, and it's the layers of civilization, and this is ignored by the people. Same if you go to Egypt, they were going to tell you it's the work of the dynastic period, which is not the case. It's work of them, but also of much more ancient civilization, and it's a dumb machinery to make you stupid, you know. My videos can seem a bit funny. I don't have yet many people watching them, but that's the point of my channel. Question, speculate, question. I hope you like this video, and I see you again for another very interesting archaeological site. In Lakesh, everyone. Have a great day.